A lot of concrete information regarding the next Doom or Quake surfaced throughout 2022, but it was more of a slow drip than a constant flow, which has made it very easy to forget old details as new ones emerge. Since 2022 was now over, I figured that it only made sense to put everything that we learned last year into one short video. This includes concrete details like settings, themes, and next-gen exclusivity, as well as some more loose and speculative stuff. id Software officially confirmed that a new game was in development during QuakeCon of 2022, so we do know that something is in development, but most of our information has not come from them directly. One of the biggest sources for solid new information last year was a large selection of id Software job listings, which were able to give us a general feel for the direction of the next title. We know for a fact that this game will be developed primarily for next-generation hardware, and considering the recent increase of next-gen users, it's likely that this will be a next-gen exclusive title. This will certainly be released in 2024 at the earliest, so this decision definitely makes sense. A lot more people will be able to upgrade throughout the next few years. There's no information on this being an Xbox exclusive, and considering the recent trouble Microsoft had with acquiring Activision Blizzard, things may be shifting a bit, for better or for worse. In terms of gameplay, combat, locations, and characters, we know that we'll be playing as, quote, a lone hero with an arsenal of incredible weapons and abilities versus hordes of unique and intelligent creatures. These intense battles will be set throughout various sci-fi and fantasy locations, both new and old, which honestly isn't very descriptive. The listings want the best of the best in order to create an exciting new experience that improves off of the modern id Software formula. We know from dev streams and interviews that they want to make the next game innovative yet very different from Doom Eternal, and this certainly lines up. Listings also request that applicants have very expansive knowledge of id Software's recent games and legacy characters, but enough information was given to determine that this is either a new Doom or a Quake game. Commander Keen is not a first-person shooter, Wolfenstein is still in the hands of Machine Games, Rage does not fit the innovative shooter formula described, and I doubt that it's a new IP when a new Quake is so highly requested. I've seen a few people suggest that it's a new Heretic or Hexen, but id Software did not make those games, and again, I doubt that they would reboot someone else's franchise when so many people want Quake. The descriptions given fit both Doom and Quake, making it nearly impossible to narrow it down, but I'd say that it'll be a new Quake, all things considered. That's just my opinion, though. Whatever it is, we know that it will 100% be a AAA single-player experience, as it's directly listed as one in various listings. A small but fairly vocal group seemed to be worried that id Software would be working on mobile games after Mighty Doom appeared, but this directly deconfirms that, so don't worry. An entirely different team is working on Mighty Doom, by the way, so there is no chance of interference with the main title. There is more information regarding gameplay and story direction, but most of it comes from dev streams that likely aired during the early stages of development. Due to how often things change and how inconsistent this sort of stuff can be, I won't consider it to be factual information until proven otherwise. Still, it is worth noting that a handful of things have been said about the future of Doom, like the fact that the Doomslayer isn't dead, the Dark Lord is not the most powerful being of the Doom universe, and the Makers and Samurai are currently off transforming into Cthulhu monsters. We can assume that the Slayer will be awakened to face the newly transformed Maker creatures in the next game. That's the easiest approach we can take to get around Hell being sealed off. But since we have no idea when we'll get the next Doom, it may be a long while before we see any of this in action. We know that Hugo would be interested in creating a female Doomslayer that's very different from the regular Slayer, and there was a leak in 2021 stating that a new Quake with a female protagonist was in development, so there's always that possibility for the next game. I highly doubt that the leak was real though, it seemed fairly untrustworthy and not worth taking seriously. There hasn't been any more leaks surrounding the next game as far as I'm aware, and unless something new pops up, I doubt we'll hear any official details for another few months. I can definitely see a new game teaser popping up at E3 this year. It's the first in-person event since 2019, and they'll definitely want to bring the big stuff, but we'll just have to wait and see. What do you think? Will the next title be announced this year at E3, or is QuakeCon more likely? Let me know down in the comments below. And while you're down there, be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe for more content. You'll get to stay up to date on everything Doom, Quake, and Wolfenstein, and I'll get your support. It's a win-win for both of us. I think that's just about all the info I have for today's video, though, so thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Until next time.